The third term GDFL match day round 17. It's the Centurions and the Panthers. It's Stewart straight down to Festuca, and this time Lurie tackled him, and the umpire said he'll have it again for a secondary bounce in the middle. It's 12-7-79 at Werribee Central's Bell Post till 1-6-12. 67 points the difference at half time.
Umpire never tried to mark it on that occasion.
Good work, Peter Carey. He's got it now.
St Joey's, mate, they had an auction out of Buckley's last night.
They did?
Guess what one of the goodies were they had to auction?
Peter Carey's shirt.
Peter Carey's shirt.
For 300 game. Yep, fantastic. In the middle again, Kazina gets it down on this occasion. Beck, Fairchild's there also. Handball towards Illick. He's there. Good slick handball to Messina. Got his first one away towards Ange. He goes towards Stossick at full forward. Oh, good mark, Ange. And Stossick. Now, Laurie, he's going to be standing in about the same position as James Lee. Last time he had this was in the first term. He stepped to the side. He just needs to run straight, doesn't he?
Now, if he runs around, he'll kick a point. Well, if he runs straight, he'll kick a goal.
I reckon he'll hook it over the top of the point post.
It's a pretty
Listen to the experts
straightforward exercise now. In he comes.
He comes in now. He's run straight, he kicked the goal. Laurie. It's an easy game sometimes, Laurie, isn't it?
That's terrific. That's right, Eric, isn't it?
Yes. So, first goal to Ant Stossick, and the first for the second half for Bell Post Hill after a minute and a half. They go to 2-6-18. They trail Werribee Centrals. 12-7-79. Lex of Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard.
Have a look at that. Every single Bell Post Hill player ran into the centre of the ground, patted each other on the back.
Now, you two are the expert commentators here, but our technical producer here, Guru Brett Rovier, has actually said at half time as we walked in that Bell Post Hill will come back in the second half.
Yeah, that's why Brett Revie's on the camera.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to. I knew somebody would arc up.
They've kicked the first, and he's got a smile like a Cheshire cat.
Back in the middle, Stewart gets it down on this occasion towards Delaney. Now off hands to Slovenkas, running from the centre wing, goes with the left boot. Foot race now, Foley, Bartolo. Foley gets out there first, doesn't sit for him though. Messina comes through. Bartolo fourth in line, will end up with John too. Handball back to him and puts him under pressure. Does well though to get it over the top to Lurie. Beck will come at him and does as always. Peter Walker likes that sort of play. Messina's there also, pretty close to the boundary line. It's out. Right, he's a favourite of yours, isn't he, Pete? You like the way Roland Beck plays footy?
I do. He's very hard at the ball. He's not the biggest fella running around on the ground, but I think he's got a fairly big muscle pumping in the middle of his chest.
From behind, Stewart taps it to the front. Pollard gets a shipper from Simmons, gets back onto the favoured left boot, goes towards a vacant half-forward position. Hurst works his way there. Oh, doesn't take mark. Beck, could be a costly turnover. Roland Beck runs out the back of the pack, takes the bounce across half-back, and just sort of sets up a little sort of kick for Morley to run onto. Does it sit for Fano? Oh, it doesn't. Feldman's there. Brett, he's held onto as well. Oh, now he's tripped. Now he's tripped again, and he plays on advantage, so Brett Feldman runs away. He drives it towards the leader, Stossick, who's up there. McDonald at the front of the pack. Hallam as well. Who's it going to sit for? Hallam over the top. And also working in there, Stossick as well. Feldman, that's Troy. Beats one tackle and runs backwards, goes to the right boot, long towards the forward pocket position. Hancock's there. It's out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick to Andrew Scott in the last line of defence for the Centurions.
Yes, Andrew Scott awaiting for the ball to be returned to the playing arena. Now has it in his possession. Number 12 with the ball. Number 12 standing on the mark is Mark Hancock. Scott now looking for leads further up the ground. Finally comes to the western side of the ground here. Two Bell Post Hill players, the only two to fly for the ball. The man...
He's got to pay it to Messina, doesn't he? He's in front, wasn't he?
So the man last in line finally come up with it in Feldman, but Messina, the man in front, has taken the mark. Just outside 50. Needs to centre the ball. He's gone to the goal square. It's a good-looking kick. In fact, it's going to be touched right on the line. So a very good start in the second half for the Bell Post Hill side. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard 2-7-19. Bell Post Hill. They trail Werribee Central's 12-7-79. 4.5 minutes into the second quarter. So second half.
That was interesting too. The guy that punched it through the goals was Heath Buck. So he's miles away from where he normally plays forward line.
The kick in, Hallam again. Gee, it's a long kick outside 50. Man at the back is Stewart. No, not paid by the umpire. Play on. The ball comes to ground. Well, good strong work there for Bell Post still at the bottom of the pack. Finally, the ball comes clear. Nobody able to get it. Calvert, no Bucket was. Had a kick at the ball in mid-air, the soccer style, and he's found the safety of the boundary. So cleared up perhaps a messy bit of play there on half-forward flank. Ball just outside the 50-metre arc. Ball about to be thrown in. Interesting for Festuca. Closely tagged there by Lurie. In comes the ball. Good tap down by Kazina. Comes to ground. Player tackle without the ball. Play on, said the umpire. It's a big pack there, and finally the umpire will take control and come in, and we'll have a throw up in the air just outside the 50-metre arc. Still half forward flank for Belfast Hill. 5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Up goes the ball. Stewart. Well, gets the tap toward the boundary line. Can he get the route to safety of it? No, he can't. Good play there by Kennedy for Werribee Centrals, but he can't get clear either. Finally, well, the umpire's giving them every opportunity to get the ball out, but when it does come out, it's only for the boundary line, and the boundary will now put the ball back into play.
It's 12-7 playing 2-7. 60 points to difference. Boundary throwing just outside 50 for Belpost Hill. Over the back of the ruck contest. Goes towards Brett Feldman. Can't take it with him for Stuka. Tries to break through the tackle. Gives a handball to Slavinkas. Off by hand to Carrington. Goes off one step towards half forward. Miller's there. Oh, good mark, Andrew Howlett. And plays on. Does well. Runs from half forward. Goes towards full forward. James Lee leads. Can't take the mark. Bartolo's there in support for Belpost Hill. And he runs through. Gives it back to Miller. Then he handballs it back wide. And it's okay to Troy Feldman. They can run away now. He handballs it back to Fairchild at centre half back off a standing start. Great handball to Messina. Running through the middle now, the Panthers. You can set something up towards half forward. Poor kick. Andrew Scott's there. Takes a saving mark at half back. Bad turnover. Handball wide towards Justin Morley. Oh, he can only take a mark. Kenny Shembry inside. No, it's outside. It's out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick. Coming back to Mark Hancock. And Adam Shembry gives a footy back to Mark Hancock, standing right in front of our commentary box now. Goes back to Troy Feldman. Stuka comes at him, but he gets his kick away towards Kazina. It's centre forward, can't take the mark off hands. Mileto's there. Want to try and get a short little kick away. Chopped off though, and they can run away. Bernardo now going to be just ripped off the footy by Illich. Oh, that's Tiggy Touchwood, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah, I agree. And then like he's paid a kick, and they had the advantage. You probably could have let it go. And oh
well, let's come back to Bernardo at half back. And now Adrian Bernardo goes towards centre wing. Shembry's up, and he's actually spoilt by Kennedy, his own teammate. Back to Troy Feldman at half back. Oh, gets tackled, has to get the ball away quick. Crystalani chops it off, gets through Kazina's tackle. Handball back to Foley, going to be under pressure from a couple, and gets a short little kick away, only as far as Kazina though. Can't take a mark. Pollard's there also. Kazina fighting hard. Kennedy. Oh, great handball. Shembry to Crystalani, sets him up, goes with the right boot towards half forward. Lee, Carr against him, over the shoulder. James Lee to take it half forward. Has to give the ball back quickly. Troy Feldman. Oh. And he does so. Now, James Lee on 50. That's play on, isn't it? He walked around a fair way there. He goes to the right boot. I think James Lee has put it up into the goal square. Howlett's up. Also Miller off hands to Delaney at the front of the pack. Balks one way, then the left gives it to Verstuka. Right foot kick goal.
Not bad for a left footer.
Yeah. Third goal for Jason Verstuka this afternoon. And the 13th for Werribee Centrals. They're 13-7-85. They lead Belpost Hill 2-7-19. Lex of Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 8 minutes in the third term.
Doesn't need many opportunities, does he?
No, he doesn't. And I'll tell you what, since probably 5 or 6 minutes into the second quarter, I would hesitate to say that's probably his first kick.
Just, well, he had a few seconds off with the blood rule, but yeah, you're probably right.
I thought Lurie's been doing a good job.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
He's not very soft though, Laurie, is he?
No, he's okay.
Ball back
I think Werribee needed that goal though. Like against Thompson, last week they sort of faded a bit, didn't they? Didn't you think?
Yes, certainly. Ball in the middle. Comes clear to Scotty McDonald. Oh, great mark by Stosic. And so ball marked by Stosic. He's 35 metres out, directly in front. A good clearance from the centre throw up there by the Belpost Hill side. And an answering goal immediately is just what the doctor ordered here. Stosic there, directly in front. Will kick from 40. Moves in. Left footer. Runs pretty straight. Puts the ball in the boot. I'll tell you what, the goal umpire's gone a fair way across. What is he going to tell us? He's given us a goal. So that's Stosic, second for the day, and the third for the Belpost Hill side. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard now, 3-7-25 Belpost Hill, but they trail Werribee Centrals 13-7-85.
Doesn't that show you what you can do if you win the ball out of the middle? Kazina, I think that's the first time he's actually won it.
Stosic looks good there at full forward. He leads hard and he's got a good pair of hands. He's got a little bit of extra height than Illich.
Score from Shell Stadium. Geelong 13-7-85. They lead Port Adelaide 8-7-55 by 30 points midway through the third term at Shell Stadium. And it's back in the middle here at Myers Reserve. Kazina and Stewart. Stewart gets it down again towards Delaney. And he tried to keep it in front of him. He had Beck in support. He's there now. Handball chopped off by McDonald. Comes back to Pollard. McDonald showed the footy, then handballed it just in the air, looking for Troy Feldman. Does well. Runs back in the fly to play. Gets it back wide towards Pollard by hand. It's a left boot long towards Stossig again. And Hallam. Hallam uses his body to push Stossig out of the way. And see the ball over the boundary line for a throw in about 35 metres around from Bellpost Hill's scoring zone. So we'll have a boundary throw in. 3-7 playing 13-7. Back to 60 points the difference here. We've been playing 10.5 minutes in the third term. Boundary throw in now. Kozina will go up against Stewart. They've both worked their way down there into the Bellpost Hill forward line. Thrown in now. Over their heads once again. Towards Stephen Lurie. Gets it towards Brett Feldman, who got a quick kick away. Stossig, it does well, then loses the footy though. Scott, we've been very good for Juventus, but he's pushed it through for one behind a Bellpost Hill. A rushed one, 3-8-26. The Panthers, the Centurions, 13-7-85. Lex the Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard. Get a game for Glasgow Rangers playing for that, like that, or across the road here at Geelong Rangers.
Go and play with God.
Can't play with God at Bell Park. Kick in. Matthew Hallam from fullback. Goes to the outer side, holds up once again in the breeze. Heath Buck with the run, can't take the mark on the chest, off hands, Beck's there. Got Slavinkas inboard, he likes to go with a kick though, towards centre wing, wide open spaces. Slavinkas, oh great pick up on the run too, and can run away. Good speed by him, goes towards half forward. Now Howlett can run onto it, so Adam Martin getting there. Howlett off the ground, only as far as Cameron Carr. And he takes the saving mark. Little left foot kick. Oh, Messina just measured it nicely. And Messina's taken it just inside the defensive 50. He chips it over the top to Harry Fairchild at centre half back. Now he goes wide to Lurie. Now he should take the mark. He can't, but it's okay. It sits for him and he goes with the right boot now towards half forward. Hancock lets it sit and wait for him, and Shembry goes with him as well. And he can't keep it in the field of play. It's out of bounds. Boundary umpire comes across and we'll throw in.
Three-quarter time score AFL, Pete. If you don't want to hear it,
look away. No, you're supposed to say look away.
Collingwood 13 goals, 12. Richmond 5-13.
We got flogged last year by Melbourne to miss out in the finals, and now we're going down to the wooden spoon.
Could be a strong bruise there, though.
Yeah.
Ball is well out of play, says the boundary umpire for another throw in. You could coach Richmond next year, Pete, if you play your cards right.
Goshen soft.
Oh. Boundary throw in, half forward, Bellpost Hill. Western side of the ground, nearly up against Stewart. They both get a hand to it, goes to the front of the pack. Hawks gets a left foot kick away. Messina's there, takes the mark. Well done. Read the play well, wants to switch it to Martin, does he? Yes, he does. He goes in that direction now. He's going to be under pressure from Delaney. Good defensive play. Kazina left it behind, then jumps on it. Oh, Chris Delaney does well. Slings it out the back towards Slavinkas at half back. He's got Morley running past. He likes to go with the right foot kick. Now it's out wide towards Hancock, who'll lead in the race for the football. If it sits for him, he does. Wants to go back onto the right boot. Oh, short little kick towards Pollard. He got a shepherd from him though, so he butted up well. Hancock. Pollard now. Left foot kick towards Hurst. Has to sit and wait. Over his head, McDonald coming through Stewart. Oh, blind turn if you don't mind. The big man from half back goes towards centre wing. Martin. Good thump away. Goes towards Dina and also Chris Delaney. Delaney ducks his head. The umpire says it's held to him. Laurie has said it's holding the ball.
Definitely.
Yeah, ducked first, no doubt about that. Made no effort.
Ball up, Stewart. And Kazina gets it away towards towards Scott. Gives it back towards Buck. Back to Delaney by hand. Off one step around the corner. Foley tries to pick it up. He can't do so. Needs some support. Adam Martin's in there fighting hard, as is Simmons. Oh, breaks away through the middle of the pack. Does well. Right foot kick. Goes towards half forward again. Brett Feldman stands his ground. Punch away by Morley. Attacking the football and pushed off it. That was Miletto. Now Morley. No look. Handles okay. Gives it to Scott. He's able to clear and goes wide to Nick Smith.
Smith of Werribee takes the mark on centre wing. Plays on quickly. Drops the ball towards half forward flank. One-on-one here. Chris Carr and Lee. But it comes clear to Feldman. Now he's going across the face of the goal. Very dangerous. Messina leads in the race for the ball. Picks it up. But the kick is not as good as it would like to be. Now it's a 1-1. Lurie and Festuca. And unfortunately, in pushing the ball forward on that occasion, Lurie couldn't quite control it. And the boundary line has loomed up and won that event. The ball out of bounds. Centre wing. Change room side of the ground here at Bellpost Hill. Shembry up high. Gets the tap with the backhand. Simmons can't pick it up. Carrington tackles him well. Simmons gets the kick to half forward. Oh, meeting the ball strongly there for Werribee. Scott McDonald coming in for Belpost Hill, working hard, but good work there by Beck. Has the ball, kicks on the left foot. Cena can't take the mark and pushes it down toward the boundary. That was actually Morley on the halfback line here a moment ago, and did well on the left foot. Ball out of bounds, centre wing. In it comes once again. Stewart. Oh, it moved his opponent out very nicely with the body. Carrington runs onto the ball. Can't pick it up, however. Nor can Fairchild. Finally comes to Troyfeld. Drives the ball over the centre of the ground to no one in particular. Illick runs onto the ball. The handball over the top to Brett Feldman. Runs into an open goal from 45, but he's offline. And Brett Feldman has kicked now 1 goal, 1 for the day. And on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard now, 16 minutes into the third quarter. 3-9, 27 Belpost Hill. They trail Werribee Central's 13-7, 85.
Kick in, goes towards the outside 50 buck. Off hands, Pollard's there also. Handball back to McDonald. Sits for him. Handball to Fairchild. Outside 50. Tries to measure the pass towards Stossick. Bernardo gets back there. Off hands over the top. Hallam happy to see it over. We see Simmons coming off in front of us with some sort of rib injury. Stossick slow to get up. He gets up now. Adam Lewis has come off for Simmons. Boundary throw in. Kozina in front. Stewart from behind just taps it to the boundary line again. The boundary umpire will have to do it all over again. In front of the scoreboard here in the right forward pocket, southern end of the ground. Belpost Hill attacking in this third term. We've been playing 15.5 minutes. Belpost Hill 3-9-27. And Werribee Central's 13-7-85. Boundary throw in. Better on this occasion. Stewart to the front again. To Roland Beck off one step. Torpedo punt towards half-back coming across. Going to be in the field of play still. Now it's out. And a throw in and half-back. Just a lull in the play for a few minutes here, boys. Not much happening really. End-to-end footy.
Yeah, it's just kind of just being pushed around. No real attack on the ball. I think it's just bombing up in the air.
Well, most of the players in one half of the paddock at the moment.
Werribee flooded the back line, haven't they, Laurie?
Yeah, they certainly have, Eric, and that's causing a lot of it, of course. I mean, Howlett's had to come down half-back playing for a kick.
Well, it's out of bounds on the full from that kick from half-back for Werribee. So Paul Miller will take it right in front of our commentary box here on centre wing. He's looking for something. He wants McDonald to lead. He's called Scotty. He goes now towards centre half forward. Oh, Heath Buck with a sit from behind. Can't take the mark. Off hands. Through towards Feldman. Stewart ran into Shembry. Hands by Pollard towards Lewis. Lewis has to kick the goal. And he has. Adam Lewis has kicked his first. And it is the fourth for Belpost Hill. They go to 4-9-33. They trail Werribee Central's 13-7-85 on the Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. Been playing 18 minutes now, boys. They just need to do that a bit more, don't they? They just try and get a run going and create something.
I think the problem is you look at the scoreboard and there's 10 goals difference. You can either start to bury a side or you can just take the foot off the pedal. And the other side that's down by 10 goals can just think, oh, well, we're that far beyond now, we can't win. So it just becomes a non-event.
Three-quarter time Shell Stadium, Geelong 14-7, Port Adelaide 9-8.
Ball from the middle again. Messina gets a quick kick away towards half forward. Morley running back with the flight of the ball. Can't take it. Feldman's there. Stossy well held on to. The football and the tackle. Now Werribee Central's fighting hard. Hallam pushed over. Ball comes out to Beck and also Pollard. It'll get to Beck first. Can he pick it up? No, he can't on the first occasion. Then Scotty McDonald wraps him up. Good tackle. Held to him. Ball up outside 50.
There's not so many better tacklers at this level of footy than Scotty McDonald, is there?
No, he's a great tackler.
Ball thrown up now, outside 50 for the Belpost Hill side. Scotty McDonald has the ball, gets it across to Pollard. Pollard, the short chip to Feldman at centre half forward. Well, the umpire certainly couldn't have paid the mark. He didn't hold it long. Feldman, well, he was tackled pretty solidly and he's feeling the effect ever so slightly. Now there's a blood rule. It's Werribee Central's.
Morley, I think.
Yeah, Morley. And
that perhaps as a result of that bit of a clash there. He ran pretty hard at Brett Feldman, but to his credit, Brett stood his ground. He's pretty tough. And
just going back to what we spoke about before there, about the fact that Werribee probably got that 10-goal buffer there. Like you can see a distinct difference in their game against the first quarter. The first quarter they ran the ball into the breeze, played a terrific game of football. All of a sudden that's dropped off for some reason. That disappoints me a little bit because I think if you're going to be a top side, as Peter said, you've got to bury sides and they've got to play that same style of football again.
Question mark their fitness perhaps. I know it's only halfway through the game, it's pretty blowy.
Oh, look, I don't know whether it's fitness, Eric, or it's just out the side and psychological.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fitness. I think it's just a matter of what's in your head.
Brett Feldman now, going to kick from 45, almost directly in front. Breeze behind him, comes, puts it up high in the air. Goal umpire's gone a long way, unfortunately, offline. So another behind there to Brett Feldman. 1-2 for the day. And on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard, Belpost still 4:10.34. They trail Werribee 13:7.85. 20 minutes gone.
Hallam kicking in towards half, but now Shembry. Handball was going to come towards Kennedy. He dropped the footy then. Handball back to Messina was okay. Ange off one step, drills it towards half forward. Festuca, good defensive play, gives it away towards Bernardo and gets it back. Was that a throw, said the umpire? Yes, it was. He was right on the money too, I think the umpire was standing right next to him nearly towards Adrian Bernardo and has given it away to Ange Messina. At half forward. Stosic gives him a lead. He goes in that direction now. He tries to drill it. It's chopped off. Goes towards Good, who's on the ground. Gives it away to Slavinkas. And he can clear play wide towards Buck and Fairchild. Well, who's it going to sit for? Well, Fairchild had it in the hand, then lost it. Heath, just go straight for the boundary line if you don't mind. And it's over the boundary line for a throw-in on the outer side. Half forward flank. Belpost still attacking at the moment to the southern end. And it's just favouring them as the ball will be thrown back into play. Stewart up against Kazina. Over the back of the pack again, Fairchild stands his ground and ink wrapped up, loses the football, no free kick, still in play, and pack develops. McDonald in there working hard as well. The umpire will have to come in and bounce it now. He will. Still on half forward on the outer side. 4:10.34 Belpost still. Werribee Central's 13:7.85.
Just saw an interesting thing there when Stewart ran to that throw in. He indicated behind his back where to go, and I think, gee, I'm thinking I'd love to be out playing there with that sort of with that sort of ruckman.
Ball kick off the ground towards Lurie. Handball. Oh, set up his teammate who was running pretty close to the boundary line. That was Mileto, and it is off hands now for Stuka across there as well. Taking a while to get up. And he's getting up now, very gingerly. And he might have got a kick in the calf or a kick in the shin. So it will be a throw in now. Outside 50, Belpost still attacking. Over the back of the pack again, Pollard. And through hands, Slavinkas couldn't quite take it with him. Also working back there, Adam Martin. Handball back towards half forward. Stewart running at it. Good pick up on the half eye. The big man, Musara on the ground, replacing Morley. Can pick it up and run away on centre wing. Drills it towards centre half forward. Miller can't pick it up. Bartolo can't either. He's still over the top though. Quick hands to Miller. Sets him up. And Beck's there again. Runs through the middle of the pack. Handball was okay. And Foley got it a little bit wider. Howlett couldn't get there. Hurst can. Slavinkas can't pick it up at the first attempt. Just taps it on. Nick Smith's there. And, well, was going to go now with the right boot. He does from centre wing towards half forward. Lee standing his ground now and taking the mark at the back of the pack. Here's Troy Feldman, and he'll be able to clear the play once again for Belpost Hill.
Troy Feldman sees Fairchild loose at centre half, takes the mark, plays on quickly. He's got Lurie loose in the centre of the ground. Belpost Hill got the opportunity now. Handball, well, he's put Cena under a bit of pressure, but he's in the overlap, taking the handball back is Lurie. Gone towards McDonald at centre half forward. Stosic was also leading with Hallam. Backs up well, takes the ball. Long handball to Smith. Smith a handball to Stewart. And here go Werribee once again. Stewart runs to the centre, drives on the left foot towards half forward. At the back there's Miller, can't take the mark against Howlett. Now it stacks on the mill. And Werribee done a good job to hold the ball in there. There was only 3 or 4 players involved in that, but they've kept the ball around the 50-metre mark.
I thought that was pretty smart from Lurie there. He knew Festuca had a bit of a sore leg, so our boy Scuffer just went out and ran away from him.
From the throw up there, there's a ruck infringement been called by the umpire. It's going the way of, is it Miller from Belpost, still waiting for the ball to come back?
Cressy boy, Jace. Cressy
it is.
Boy.
And Paul Miller at half-back takes the ensuing free kick for the Belpost Hill side, looking for a bit of movement. Now he plays on, drives the ball over the centre. Oh, he's kicked it straight to Stewart, I'd suggest. Can't take Mark Shembry backing up. Handball wide to Slavinkas. Further to Hawks. Handball, and there's Werribee Strul's bucket is on centre wing. Drives the ball toward forward. Not a great kick. Miller in front of Howlett on that occasion, but the ball punched back towards Howlett. He's 3 against 1. Bartolo, handball across the car for Belpost Hill. Oh, I was going to say it wasn't a good clearing kick, but he's found his teammate in Martin. And Martin deep on the half-back flank. Runs towards centre wing. Long kick over the centre of the ground. It's come to ground. There's nobody there for Belpost Hill. Stewart there for Werribee. He's measured his kick and found Nick Smith in the middle of the ground. Smith plays on quickly. He's got a player loose out on centre wing. Good mark. It looks like Delaney has taken a mark on half forward flank. Mileto trying to hold him up there. And it's Slavinkas, is it? Slavinkas it is. Drives the ball to centre half forward. Big pack of players. Oh, great mark. It's
Young Foley,
He sort of drifted, almost drifted through the middle of the pack and took it on his chest. A great mark by the young fella there, and he's only 35 metres out, directly in front. Will be kicking into quite a strong breeze, but it's just probably what Belpo still don't want, Laurie. A goal to stop their run now.
No, that's right, Eric. And look, I think he's played pretty well, this young kid.
He's done very well indeed. Moves in there on the right foot. Kicked it high into the air. I'll tell you what, it's gone the necessary distance, and that's a goal to young Warren Foley, and that's the 14th for the Werribee Central side on the Lexus Wyndham scoreboard. 14-7-91 Werribee Centrals. They lead Belpo still 4-10-34.
Eric, I'd just like to question the fact that Troy Feldman's playing a loose man. I don't know whether that's really the way to go when you've got the use of the breeze, is it?
Well, don't you have the players in the forward line to kick goals?
I would have thought, when you're that far behind, you've got use of the breeze, and it is a 3 or 4 goal breeze, and having a loose man there, I don't think that's really the tactic.
Back in the middle, Stewart and Kazina both get hands to it. Stewart, straight through the middle, good, does well, and gets a clearing kick from the middle towards half forward. Right back Miller, coming out, Miletto off the ground, and it's towards half back. Howlett across there early. Oh, that's a throw. No, says the umpire. He threw it back behind him.
I think you're right, Jason.
And the ball has...
I think the umpire probably let that go because it went to one of the Belpo still players.
So he's playing advantage without blowing the whistle, was he?
Without blowing the
Fair
whistle.
enough. We don't need that to come into football, I'll tell you. Ball thrown in now on centre wing on the outer side. Kazina, Howlett with the left fist, gets it towards half forward. And now back towards Bartolo by hand to Felbin, that's Troy. Across the centre of the ground, Scott stands his ground and can run away from Lewis. Does well, arches the back and goes with the right foot towards Lee, up against a couple. Oh, falls into Troy Felbin's hands and gives it to Messina. Runs away at half-back, takes a bounce. Oh, he nearly runs into Lewis and he gets up by Scott, loses the footy. Mikulik's there and runs back towards half-back, needs somebody in support. Little left foot kick to Adam Martin's okay. He can switch it towards Fairchild in the middle of the ground. Goes now off one step. Poor kick for accuracy and also distance. Oh, Stossy go to the back. Brett Felbin can handball to Hancock. Oh, it sits up for him okay and he kicks the goal. Very lucky that it's set for Mark Hancock, but he put it through. And his first goal is the 5th for Belpo still. They go to 5-10-40. They trail Werribee Centrals 14-7-91. Lex of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing 27.5 minutes.
Well, James.
Are they coming back?
James Lee has dropped two marks today, like in this quarter, that he really should have taken from good passes. And I think from memory, the last one cost him a goal, and this one just rebounded out that quick and it cost him a goal.
When you see them, the Cameron car's given him 8 or 9 inches in height there, but he's done a fair job, Carr, since he's gone back there.
Yeah, true, yeah. But there's still balls that
Should have marked. In the centre, Stewart, well, on the second attempt, gets the tap away. Oh, May tries to crash his way through. Pollard, handball clear to Suna running. Picks it up. Away he goes on the right foot, drives towards half forward. Well, perhaps almost a free kick to Feldman, not paid there. And ball comes back. Scott Werribee, he's tackled. Ball comes to ground. Here they go again, this time through Bernardo. Drives the ball very, very close to the boundary line. What's he paid to mark? I'm assuming play on quickly. Here goes Werribee again, this time through Beck. Beck drives to half forward. Well read again by Foley. Takes the mark, called to play on there by the umpire. Kicks it wide to the lead there of Slavinkas. Slavinkas, away he goes. Runs away from his opponent. A big kick on the right foot into the bruise. Oh, Howlett running onto the ball. Almost had it, well, in fact, had it in his hands. Just couldn't quite take control of it. And off his hands, it's over the boundary line. Would have been an interesting kick for a left footer from that position.
I'll comment, Reed, don't you say a word. Yeah, I really think he should have taken that mark.
I'm going to agree with Peter there. I agree on both accounts. I mean, those marks like Sir James Lee, you have to hold it. Yeah. I mean, that's bread butter, for goodness sake.
From the throw in, that's come to Troy Feldman. Can't get his foot to the ball. Handballs it wide. It's heading toward the boundary line and coming in very strongly. Strong hip and shoulder there. Forces the player and the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in once again.
Sorry, if you were playing cricket, you'd have to hold that, wouldn't you?
Well, for it to be out, you've got to hold him, yeah.
That's right.
Ball about to be thrown in once again. Howlett doing the ruck work against Miller. Howlett gets the tap forward, only as far there as the Belpost Hill player, I think, under the well, weight of numbers there. The umpire will move in, and in fact Messina will now give the ball to umpire McMaster. Ball about the 50-metre mark, just in from the boundary. Up it goes. Miller and Howlett. Howlett gets a clear tap to Massara there on that occasion. He drives it toward the forward position, and the only man who wanted the ball, James Lee, took it on his chest. He sort of came through the pack there, sees a player loose in the full forward position. That's poor marking from the Belpost Hill defence, because Nick Smith, he was standing there for at least 30 seconds, and good vision by James Lee, and a very good pass, Laurie, on that occasion, perfectly executed.
It certainly was, and look, he's taken a Michael Holding run up here.
Look, I tell you what, if you take Stewart out of the equation, I reckon this is the guy that's best in the ground at the moment.
Well,
oh, you're a shocker.
He's hit the post. Oh, so there you go. Well, he didn't kick through the ball at all, Laurie, on that occasion, let me say.
No, I must admit, though, that I'm a rat from Nick Smith. He does the sort of things I like about a footballer.
He's done very, very well. 31 minutes into the third quarter. Lexus Wyndham scoreboard. Belpost Hill 5-10-40. They trail Werribee Centrals 14-8, 86. 94. Mark taken by Festuca in the centre of the ground. Little chip past to Massara. And
if I can just cut in there, the ball's come out from fullback from Fairchild. The umpire has shepherded Scotty McDonald off the ball there, so he couldn't take the mark. Festuca's taken it uncontested, and Scotty McDonald's turned around to see who it was. It was the umpire. He wasn't too happy, but Musara's got it. About 35, 40 metres out from goal.
Be a good kick from
here.
It
will be. He loves a goal too, the Moz. He comes in now. The number 11 comes in. It's into the goal square. I don't think it's got the distance. It hasn't. And no score. So it is three-quarter time. And at three-quarter time, it is Werribee Centrals 14 goals, 8, 92. And they lead Belpost Hill 5-10-40 in that quarter. Werribee were able to kick 2 goals, 1, while Belpost Hill kicked 4 goals, 4. The goal kicker gets to three-quarter time for Werribee Centrals. 3 to Jason Festuca, 2 to Chris Delaney, 2 to James Lee, also 2 to Heath Buck. Singles to Andrew